Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who just woke up from a million-year slumber inside a subterranean cage that was just exploded by a nuclear warhead. It's Aaron Neuwirth.
Skronk.
They blew up his house in that movie, Aaron. And Godzilla, King of the Monsters, they just went to his house and blew it up.
I mean, it worked out in his favor, but I feel like Godzilla's kind of like Kane in Kung Fu. He just kind of travels to different places between the Hollow Earth and just like sleeps wherever they'll have him. Like, all right, this ancient pyramid not working for me anymore now since Ken Watanabe came down there and sure gave me a bit of a lifesaver, but also ruined my current domestic place. Let me go to another ancient pyramid underground and see what I can do.
I guess that's fair, but it's just like moving sucks.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. We obviously Godzilla probably has a lot of luggage, but it was all obliterated in the blast. So it's not like he has to like hire a giant U-Haul and have to go through all that these days.
That's fair. He doesn't have to call Behemoth to like carry a large cart behind him
Yeah.
and do that.
And that said, I mean, in the next movie, he makes a friend, so it's like he has a moving buddy now. Now
That's true.
it's not just Godzilla by himself being like three more piles of DVD boxes. I mean, because because if you didn't know, Godzilla's also a huge cinephile and he has a huge physical media collection.
Like this iteration of Godzilla, what are his three favorite films?
What are okay, let's think this through.
Okay.
This isn't a podcast for jokes. This is for seriousness. So let's really hate this seriously. Yeah. Godzilla of the American Godzilla's three favorite
Earth's
films.
Protector, takes naps, grumpy, a little surly. Just I don't think Godzilla's ever pleased about having to battle monsters. It's just like, I gotta go over here.
That's so first one. I think he's a big Fifth Element fan. I think he has that kind of like Bruce Willis over it kind of appeal, but he's also like, yeah, but he's also like, but the makeup, like he's really impressed at the same time.
Good music, right? Good music.
Good music. He low key loves Ruby Rod. So he's all about that.
Okay, what about like your next? Do you think, or like Trick or Treat, or
what horror movie does Godzilla like?
Or like Kings of Summer, or what about Monsters, directed by the people who've directed the MonsterVerse stuff? Does he like Big Trouble in Little China or Goon 2?
I mean, if we're talking like horror movies, I feel like monster movies is kind of negate. It's like Watchmen not having superhero comics because they're superheroes. They exist, so they have pirate comics, right? So I feel like there's no monster movies in Godzilla universe. Right? There's no, he's not watching Tarantula. Like, he's not watching Beasts of 20,000 Fathoms. Like, that's probably not there. But like, so in terms of horror, like, well, what gets Godzilla? Like, what scares him? Like, what gets his blood moving?
The Descent. It's in caves. It's underground.
I can see the Descent because his lack of, he can't see, and he's got little like creepy things crawling around him. Like let's go with that. So Fifth Element, the Descent. We should do a top four. Three is no good. We got to do a letterbox top four here.
What about like Little Miss Sunshine? Like it's a road trip movie.
So an indie. We need an indie.
Yeah, he likes the road trip.
He likes a road trip
or sea trip or just swim across oceans. You know what I mean? It's like, is there a road trip movie that Godzilla likes? Day Trippers?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. He's a variety kind of guy, and he loves candy. both sweets and John.
Oh man, yeah, that's a good one. All right.
Okay, so Fifth Element, The Descent, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. We need a classic. We need. Okay.
Misunderstood. He's misunderstood a lot, right?
Misunderstood. I'm thinking of noir.
Okay. Not like Double Indemnity.
Not Double Indemnity because like I don't feel like he like the Third Man. That's good.
Do you think Godzilla likes Orson Welles? I could see Godzilla kind of appreciating what Brett Wells brings.
Yeah, so let's say The Lady from Shanghai, just so we like the exotic flavor of it.
Oh yeah.
So the Fifth Element, The Descent, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and The Lady from Shanghai. Godzilla's top four. Let's create a profile letterbox, nail it for him.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good four.
And they have to save the world in Fifth Element, and he saves the world from an alien.
Yeah. While teaming up with others, and it's an elemental power that stops it. Like it's got a lot going for it.
Oh my gosh!
I was keyed in with that Fifth Element pick. I'm not just this again. This isn't just for fun, and this is a serious podcast. this movie's flips and flicks. I gotta have a real obligation to deliver the goods here.
I feel like my motto is to treat the most insane things seriously. Because then if you just take insane things and you do them silly, they're like doubly bad. But if you go hard on something silly, then it's worth it.
Yeah, there's a reason why Leslie Nielsen is a treasured icon because how serious he
Yeah.
takes everything.
So talking about silly and taking it seriously, I feel like Godzilla vs. Kong does a pretty good job of that because they talk about right? Do you think what do you think about Godzilla? Actually, what are your overall thought? You're a huge Godzilla. I brought Aaron on for this because he's a big Godzilla fan. He's probably reviewed every single Godzilla 4K Blu-ray Criterion release,
I
published them. You should go read them. He's a gigantic Godzilla fan. So, like, what are your thoughts about the MonsterVerse that kicked off in 2014?
so yeah, I am a big Godzilla fan. That's very much a thing with me. And so the notion of having a new Godzilla, like we'll get into these individually, I suppose, but like with the notion of there just being a Godzilla franchise in America that's successful, that's great. Like the thing with me, and I think a lot of Godzilla fans, is that the bar is it's pretty low as far as what it needs to offer
Yeah.
me to satisfy me as a Godzilla fan. It's pretty much, does it have Godzilla in it? And that's, like it's you're kind of there for me. Does that pass the test for the Emmerich film? Not so much. But
Mm-mm.
regardless, we don't have to talk about it. We got these other four. We got five now at this point. So the MonsterVerse as a whole, I'm a big fan. I like them for different reasons, all of them, including Kong Skull Island, as far as just within the universe. And it, like I've said many times, it's my favorite current cinematic universe between the Marvels and the Conjurings and the dearly departed DC universe. The This one is the one that does it for me because, for one thing, I like Godzilla a lot. I do think they have genuine stamps on them individually, which is just cool. And the lore of it, I think, is just really fun. I've read all like the comics that are taking place in between here as well, and I'm a big fan of the Apple TV series that they released. I think there's just a lot of really fun ways they've expanded upon giant monster stuff. uh does that mean like everyone has to like it the same way I do, or everyone has to care about these characters? I don't even care about a lot of the human characters in some of these movies, so it's not like it's working for me in certain ways, and that I judge it in as much as like prestige films or any other certain things that are dependent on certain kinds of value when it comes to what makes a movie good, or for whatever reason. For this one, it just delivers the things that I wanted. It has giant monster battles. It has a lot of fun ideas of how to deliver those battles or deliver unique worlds or what have you in Earth or on Hollow Earth or whatever. Um, I think the different directors have brought interesting touches to each of the
Yeah,
films.
yeah.
And we can talk about like how I rank these or whatever in a little bit. But no, I'm a big fan of what the MonsterVerse has delivered so far.
If you're sitting there in 2010 and someone walks up to you and is like, "Hey, man, like Gareth Edwards, Michael Dougherty, and Adam Wingard are going to be directing a Godzilla shared universe," because I don't think Jordan Vogt Roberts had released Kings of Summer yet. But, like, if someone said those three, like they had done Monsters, Trick or Treat, Adam Wingard had done Your Next, so
Like
you're kind of
like the VHS stuff and
yeah,
the
like
mumble.
yeah, the mumble, yeah, exactly. Oh goodness, but yeah, if you're like what, and it's gonna work. Like they're actually gonna. There's like they've been talking about Hollow Earth for a long time. They go hard on Hollow Earth and Kong Skull Island, and then Godzilla King of the Monsters. They do it again. Then it happens in Godzilla vs Kong, and then Monarch comes back, takes you back to what World War II, the explosions, then the 50s, and like just brings everything around, and it's kind of a it's one of those shared universes that I think I could explain to somebody without making everything more confusing. And these things involve Hollow Earths and Godzillas and monsters. Like it's coming together pretty well. And you're right. I like how all these movies have different personalities to them. So I had to do a recent assignment and I rewatched them. Then I watched some of them again to talk to you. And I think I like them all more now. Kong Skull Island, though, has like, there's so many like weird glory shots in it. And there's that scene where Loki, Tom Hiddleston puts on the gas mask and runs through the green smoke with a sword in slow motion. I'm kind of like, what's happening here? But I don't know. They're all fun. They all bring it. Like it's a scrappy franchise, man. Like you kind of thought it was going to die after Godzilla King of the Monsters. Then Godzilla vs Kong comes out, and everyone's like, "Well, this is actually really good." And then Monarch comes out, and people enjoy it. And I think the new one, the new Empire, is going to be good. So it's it's always been on kind of weird footing, but I've enjoyed watching it and I've enjoyed the action. And like, man, with Godzilla 2014, this is really stock to say, man, but like Gareth Edwards, I'm saying nothing new here. But the way that he can achieve scope and scale with certain shot, like there's some epic moments in 14, Godzilla 2014.
14 is currently my favorite in the MonsterVerse. It's that between that and Skull Island, honestly, they go back and forth because I just think that like Skull Island's like anime come to
Yeah,
life
that's
in
true.
a jungle setting with Kong. It's very like Bob Roberts is a huge gamer. It's very obvious if you played video games and watch his movie. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of just clear video game stuff going on throughout, but also like anime. Like that whole Tom Hiddleston scene is like, yeah, that exists because it's just fun to look at. Like that's
Yeah.
that's why it's there. That's why his character's there. His character serves no real purpose in that movie
None,
beyond it's cool to have Tom Hiddleston just like doing stuff. Like
there's
why
so
not?
many bicep shots of Hiddleston
There are a
in that,
lot.
and then there's a lot of glory shots of Larson and Hiddleston
It's a
looking
sweaty
great.
movie. It's a
Yeah,
very sweaty movie. It's very people are in the jungle sweating.
they look great. Well,
Um,
they went to Hawaii too. Do you think one of the best things about Kong Skull Island, right, is the practical locations that they went to? You
yeah,
can
it's a
feel
good
Hawaii.
looking movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of reasons why I like it plenty. That said, because that was my favorite for the longest time, and still, on a given day, it still kind of is. But like 14, it really resonates in the right way, especially when you really tap into what it's doing. When you get away from let's focus entirely on story and character, which is it's not a terrible thing, but at the same time, it's like films are a lot of things. They don't always need to be this one thing. And it's like if I'm watching a Godzilla movie, the plight of Aaron Taylor Johnson's not like the make or break of it for me. That said, I think he's fine here.
Hmm.
I don't think he's particularly bad. And the hot take I have is good that they killed Bryan Cranston off early because he's given a lot of ham sandwich, and I don't think we needed more of that throughout the movie. But, but I think that's the appropriate way to raise the emotional stakes of what's taking place. But regardless, Gareth Edwards is so good with scale. I was so excited. So I liked Monsters a lot. I saw Monsters like early when it came out. It was like an early screening for it, and I was so impressed. And there was like he had an interview afterwards. I knew that he had like done the effects himself on a laptop. So I'm like, this guy, cool. I'm down for what he's doing. Cut to Comic-Con when they announced Godzilla for the first time that it's happening. I'm like, this fucking looks amazing. Like, what is this gonna be? It has the somber tone going. Like the first trailer they showed was like this somber tone that really seemed to be capturing like the horror of this thing that was like coming in a way where like we're already past like Man of Steel being like it's going to be about the Americana of Superman, and I'm like, you kind of half delivered on that. This one's like we're going to deliver on the severity of what it means for this thing to have been rampaging, and I'm like, cool, give me that right away. Then we eventually get the trailer that has the whole like 2001 music with the Halo jumps, and I'm like, who couldn't be excited for this? This looks
Yeah.
spectacular. And then it comes out and it's like super front loaded, but like everyone's like, we gotta go see this because of the like the marketing of Godzilla was so incredible. They did such a great job of showing it. It helps that like it is well reviewed. It did make a lot of money enough for them to start a whole universe. So it's like it's not like it's a not well received movie by any means. But it does feel like it gets slack because of things involving like, oh, the humans and whatnot. It's like, guys, did you come to see the humans? Like, and like listen, like I'll say this over and over again, but it's like there are over 35 Godzilla movies. The amount of them that like have deep characterization for the humans, it's a very small number. And includes the one that just came out now as far as the strongest example of that. So it's not like I walked in being like, "Oh, I can't believe they didn't get the humans right." Like that's pretty par for the course that of how much I need to care about this action. What it does have though is this incredible Spielbergian approach to Godzilla where like it's so much focused on the awe and the wonder of stuff that's taking place and it knows how to gradually build towards those things as opposed to just giving it you right away. Not a terrible thing. I'm not going to be opposed to being like in the first 5 minutes I get Godzilla, but this movie like makes you wait a good while before you really get a good look at him. It has a really great sense of like how to display these fights so you don't get bored of them. I know there's a lot of again bagging on the like it cuts away at like certain times and I'm like I love the after the fact like choices, let alone the fact that the camera always reflects plausibility, something that escapes the other ones, but that's directorial choice. But there's a sense that everywhere you look in this movie is because a camera could physically be in those locations to show you what's taking place. Like there's a perspective it has to enhance the scale of it, and the scale is so tremendous. Every time I see it, if it's on TV, I'm watching 2014 Godzilla. They play it a lot,
Mhm.
so somebody likes it besides
It's a
me
great
because they
cable
play
movie.
that movie all the time on TV. And so like you get to these great like these huge set pieces and like that's filled with atmosphere and stuff that just it doesn't feel like other blockbusters at that time in a way that I really appreciate. And other blockbusters are the superhero movies, like that's what it is. I'm not against this. I love the Marvel, the really fun Marvel movies and everything. But like seeing something that's doing something different, and like really giving you a sense of what it means to have a giant monster radioactive dragon like going through San Francisco, I'm all about. On top of all of this, it gives you one of the best, if not the best, Godzilla kill of all time when he takes that fucking Muto head and fires
Oh,
his heat ray down his throat. It's the coolest thing. Like that's the kind of thing where you could be on the fence about this movie and be like, "But that just happened. My life is complete now." Like it's just so fucking cool to watch how this thing plays out.
I think
Uh,
he was my favorite character of 2014 because
Godzilla.
yeah, just like so like when there's a personality to Godzilla, and so I know Godzilla is Earth's protector, not really created by nuclear tests, more like awakened, but like watching Godzilla take the nap afterwards, watching Godzilla just barf down that thing's throat with lasers. I wish I had technical terms and just explode that Muto. Watching
Mhm.
Godzilla swim next to the aircraft carriers while a helicopter hovers over it to give even a better sense of scale. Like this Godzilla in this movie is kind of like a grumpy protector who's just like, ugh, gets up, swims, fights, gets hurt, battles a couple of them, takes a nap, goes back in the ocean. Like I love that about Godzilla in this movie. And
He
man,
gets a workout. He gets a
yeah,
workout in this
yeah.
one.
And listen, like I watched it again. I did not Aaron Taylor Johnson, Olsen, like I didn't mind those characters, and also Jared Kiso from Letterkenny and Shorzy's in it, and that made my week. But I don't know. I liked Johnson's character more because it's like, hey, let's go from point A to point B. Oh,
I
also, I forget his name, but the guy from Raising Victor Vargas is in it, and I always like seeing him. So
yes, he is.
yeah,
No, I think Taylor John like whatever you want to say on the performance, fine. I could agree that I've liked him more in recent years where he just pops up mid movie and it's like I'm a supporting character now, like Tenet or like
oh yeah,
Bullet
Bullet
Train where he gets to
Train.
play like a character. Like I think he like the leading man stuff. No, I don't think it's for him. I think
Mm-mm.
he's more fun in playing like quirky character roles, which is why I get insane every time someone's like, he should be James Bond. I'm like, no, he shouldn't. That'd be
No,
boring.
yeah.
Let him play. Let him be a Bond villain. He clearly likes doing this.
Oh,
Um,
that's a good shout.
yeah, let him be Gold Hand. Son of Goldfinger. But no, Johnson in this movie though. I mean, the role he occupies, I like the idea of there being this kind of like observer that's like around. There's a lot of Godzilla comics there. Like there's a was like the 40-year war or the 50-year war or something like that, where it's this like it follows this one guy that's like constantly in the different like eras that Godzilla exists in. So it's like you're seeing the battles Godzilla goes through, but like his specific perspective. It's cool like that where Johnson like just finds himself entangled within this plot, so you have an audience weigh in essentially. But then just the way it like the movie doesn't have to do a lot of like work to like show what he's doing. Like there's a whole like the Mutos drop eggs, right? There's a nest
Mm.
and everything, and Aaron Taylor Johnson finds it. He's like, "We
Blows
got
it
to
up.
blow that egg up." We got so he does, gets the whole gas thing going. Like, there's a lot of stuff like that he's involved with, where it's like inadvertently helping the world while Godzilla's busy, and I think it plays well in the way it's like shot and the way it's like given to us and quieter story beats. There's a part where Godzilla like falls down because he's exhausted from fighting two fucking Mutos, and Johnson's like there too, like on the ground. Is like, I hear you, buddy.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They're both looking at each other.
We're
He's
at
on
the
the boat,
very end.
right? Yeah, like
Well, it's before the boat thing. It's like Godzilla falls on like just the ground, and it's like all dusty. Everything. I think he just got out of like the egg sac cave or whatever, and he's on the way to the boat. Then the boat thing, though, the boat thing always reminds me of like Saving Private Ryan, where Johnson's on the boat, he has like a handgun, and he's just like pointing at the Muto. It's like, I guess this is all I got, and he's like about to shoot, and then the Muto like grabs it. It's like Tom Hanks at the end of Private Ryan, where like
yeah.
suddenly like the backup finally comes. This is like, and Godzilla comes. It's like, The only thing that could have made that better is if he like pulled an American Psycho and like looked at the gun, like, did I do that?
Did
Like,
I just blow up that
did I
thing?
just
But
blow
like,
up that car?
it makes sense too because that Muto is already pissed at him. So
Yeah,
it's
he
like,
blew up the eggs.
yeah, and so like it makes sense that the thing would be like, I'm gonna get that little punk. Like I'm gonna go kick its ass. There's a good pull. But yeah, it's and then that gives Godzilla a chance to kind of catch a breather and get over his cramps and just walk it off a little bit and get up and then pulverize the Muto. It's it's good storytelling, man. And I, I don't know. I I'm just gonna say I admire his scale. Like I was watching Rogue One, and there's a few times watching Rogue One where I just went, "Holy shit!" Like just when that Star Destroyer is over that city, and then watching the creator, and every time I learn more about the creator, I like it more and more and more and more. So I just really enjoy watching this guy's movies because I think he in all of every single movie he's done, he gives me what I want. Like the monsters at the gas station. Like he gives me monsters, and then he gives me that's actually all I need. Yeah, that's it. And like it just he gives me I don't know I don't know he gives me a good beach fight in Rogue One. Like that's heaven for me. So yeah, he's able to really speak my language, and so he does that with. And I think Godzilla is a really good kicking off point for the franchise because regardless of the humans, this Godzilla is quite likable. I like Godzilla in 2014.
Yeah. Yeah. I, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
we quickly learned that he has villains that he's facing off against, so it's easy to get on board of what he's after.
He's just tired.
Yeah, he's it like his Godzilla's role in 2014 is to be like, all right, I guess I gotta clean this mess up now. Uh, Japan really fudged it by setting off this nuclear area to wake up these mutos, and I got to deal with this bastard. uh, 19, he's more like in the mode of I'm just around now, I guess. So because
Yeah.
all these others are coming out here, I got to show everybody's who's boss every now and again.
Yeah, that's like what
He's like a manager that's like coming in from out of town to be like, all right, we got to clean this stuff up, guys. We gotta get the get everything in order here.
you did
Remind
what?
you of who's king.
You woke up Rodan and Ghidorah? Like, where's Mothra? Like, it's and my biggest problem with Godzilla King of the Monsters and incredible cast. I mean, like I think anytime you have Vera Farmiga and Ken Watanabe and Kyle Chandler and Millie Bobby Brown and Sally Hawkins and Zhang Ziyi and Bradley, man, what a cast! But yeah,
Yeah, a lot of
like
people.
Aisha High, like anytime you have a great cast, but then like Bradley Whitford's just funny in it. But I guess my problem is they're like we're gonna awaken these beasts so that they can destroy the earth and bring back harmony, but then they wake up the wrong one of like all of them, and then they're kind of like, whoops, like it's like Ghidorah, like the alien of the species who's just going to terraform the planet, and then it's like the whole thing is just caused by some humans pulling like a major oops, and I guess you need that, but I don't know, something felt off about Godzilla King of the Monsters until I watched it again recently, and I was just able to enjoy Rodan fighting Mothra and Godzilla battling like Rodan doing barrel rolls in the sky and like taking out airplanes and there's a lot to enjoy in it, I guess. But it's kind of I would say it's my least favorite of the four, but I still like it a lot.
I I have it third out of the four. Like again, I like all of these movies plenty more than most people. So it's like
Yeah.
it's not a huge difference
Yeah.
here. And I have reasons why GVK is at the bottom for me currently. Things change also. But it's the fact that it goes deep down the well of Godzilla that it's like I'm not gonna get mad at a $200 million movie that's giving me Ghidorah in
Yeah.
2019.
Looking
It's
amazing in certain moments
like
too. Yeah.
and I can and yeah the depiction of it like they look like JMW Turner paintings come to life in certain instances where it's just these like wonderful like watercolory atmospheres that happen to have giant fucking monsters battling each other. Like cool, down for that. Like I can I see I'm not blind. I see like issues I can look at, I guess, when it comes to King of the Monsters, but at the same time, like this is so much like Saturday morning fun for me just to like see them go this deep and be like, okay, so we have Godzilla. Let's have Mothra, Rodan, and Ghidorah also in here. It's like, cool. in this
Yeah.
age with these effects. Rodan, who's always a dick and still a dick in this movie, but now he's like rendered lovingly in these astounding CG graphics, like great. Mothra, Queen of the Monsters, coming in here, gets this ethereal, take with the music, and Zhang Ziyi's playing a twin, and it's like, all
Mhm.
right, this is like nuts that they're like just geeking out entirely in this very expensive movie that did not do well by comparison.
Mm-mm.
And it's like I understand why. For one thing, you waited too long. Like, why wait 5 years? That's a long time to wait. Also, like, geez, they really just went for the lore on that one. I can admire Michael Dougherty and all the writers involved are like wanting to explore that. But yeah, there's a lot of characters. There's a lot of people there. It's a longer movie, not by much. It's not like it's ever boring in my eyes, but like it's doing a lot. And
Yeah.
I really, and it's exploring the Monarch thing more and the Hollow Earth thing more. I like the fact that it introduced this like which was opened up in Kong. So I'm like, cool. I like that it's the most like obvious like we're tied into each other movie of the movies as far as that goes, because you have the first movie of Kong, which are two different things even though they exist in the same universe, and this one's like, and now they're together, like let's see what the result is. We have older it's Joe Morton now, but who is he in Kong School? What's his name?
Oh,
From in the Heights. um
Hawkins.
Hawkins, Corey.
Corey
It's like
Hawkins.
It's not Coleman. Corey Hawkins, like older Corey Hawkins here is Joe Morton now. You have the different version of Monarch. Like it, Ken Watanabe's back. Like it's just like I'm so like invested in like what's this all meaning leading to and what have you, and knowing that it's going to be Godzilla versus Kong. I'm like, great, cool. Give me all this stuff that's relatively new to me, so it's not like I'm have to like dive deep into comic books from 70 years ago to like figure it out. Not that any movie requires that, because that's dumb. You could walk into any of these, it'd be fine because you're an adult that understands how things work. But regardless, if it's there and you want it, it's there. And so no, I have a lot of fun with Godzilla King of the Monsters, and it's just like um it's not Giacchino. Is it Giacchino? The score.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I believe they kept
Desplat,
talking about it. I believe.
Desplat is the first one. Giacchino's is, yeah, and it is right. I'm not making that up.
Wait, no. Actually, no. I was listening to a. No, I was listening to
Bear
a.
McCreary. That's what
Uh,
it is. Cause
I was
okay,
listening to a
Bear
Mission
McCreary.
Impossible 3 commentary. For some reason, they kept talking about Michael, so that's why I mixed them up.
Bear McCreary. They have similar to me. They have similar kind of when they go big. They feel very similar to me. That's why I was mistaken it. But Bear McCreary, he taking in the Ifukube themes from Godzilla and putting into this, the King of the Monsters. I'm like, yeah, great. This is this is a really good score. And you got Serge Tankian from System of a Down to like sing the Blue Oyster Cult Godzilla song. Like, I'm so into that. Like, it's just all these little things. It's fun. It's a fun. It's like flawed, I guess, but like I'm not opposed to like what it's delivering for me, because again, you got Rodan and Ghidorah's my favorite non-Godzilla monster. So it's like the fact that I got a Ghidorah in one of these is amazing to me.
And it's scary. You know what's nice about this movie is you already like Godzilla,
Uh-huh.
and so bringing in Ghidorah as just the ultimate badass. Like everything, every time this thing's on screen, you're like, oh shit. And then watching Rodan destroy that city as it flies over it, watching the Mothra get a makeover with the new pinchers, praying mantis, and like a wasp stinger, and becoming different, and like the destructive capabilities of these monsters. That's like what the movie needed, because these monsters could just steamroll our planet, no problem, and they just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to showcase that. And so I think that was really effective for it. But I guess, at the end of the day, if like, Mark, did you like it? Yeah, because there's really cool moments in it. But then like you just have so many characters. There's like Millie Bobby Brown, Vera Farmiga, Kyle Chandler, Ken Watanabe, Sally Hawkins, Zhang Ziyi, like Aisha Hines, Elizabeth Ludlow, David Strathairn, Bradley Whitford, Thomas Middleditch, Charles Dance. Like there's a lot of people. Anthony Ramos pops up. Joe. There's just a lot of people running around. But CGI is expensive. VFX are expensive. And so yeah, it's good. It's just I don't know. It's a weird one for me. Is it possible to really like something but also feel a little indifferent towards it? Like you like the moments a lot, but you're
Sure.
not. Yeah.
That's plenty of Best Picture nominees that you like a lot and then you forget about as
Yeah.
soon as the Oscars are over.
I like it more than Pacific Rim, I think.
Okay, let's.
Are you a Pacific Rimmer?
I'm a huge Pacific Rimmer.
Maybe we should get you on here to talk about that one day. I need to get my. I like Pacific Rim. Maybe I don't know.
We've talked about both of them.
Oh yeah, I like the
It worked.
second one.
It worked to talk about them as a pair.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
it's
I'm in.
interesting.
Shoot, well,
I think
another.
the first one significantly better in my eyes, but it's still I that universe is interesting to me, and the threats of combining them. I'm like, do it. If you want to bring it to the MonsterVerse, do it.
How would you and I
Make that
do
happen.
if we had to fight together in a machine?
Oh, we'd be so our drift. We're so drift compatible. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Jay's got nothing on this right now.
In case y'all don't know, Aaron will just send me a message and be like, "Hey man, you're gonna love this," and then I watch it, and it's not like you're putting it into my mind, but then I watch it and I'm like, "I love this."
Yeah. Charlie Hunnam better watch out, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We'd be so good at in a Jaeger. It'd be awesome. What would your Jaeger name be? What would the name of the Jaeger be?
Oh man, oof.
Great. Gypsy Danger is such a fucking cool name for a robot.
Yeah, that's a good one. Deep Blue Sea? No. Scud? What about just fart?
You
No.
need a combination. You need two names.
You say a word, I'll say a word.
Okay.
Let's see if how we work together. What give me one word?
I have one word, but I need you to mine will go better second. You say a word.
Oh gosh. I was about to say Hank, but that would just wreck everything. All right, so Gypsy Danger is good. Okay, I'll do why can't I think of a good word? Let's see. This is tough. What's my favorite word?
You got this. Come on. Just
I'm telling you, man, this hurts. This is like
shout it out.
Let's see. No, you need the right word though. Let's see.
Whatever you say, this word's gonna be great next to it. I'm telling you.
Rocket.
Dynamite.
Rocket dynamite rocket or dynamite.
Rocket dynamite.
Oh. Rocket works because I love bottle rocket. There it is. Oh, rocket dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
And it's high-fiving all over the place and killing monsters.
The symbol is a rocket in the center, and then it's a ring of dynamite around it.
Because I don't see you and I going rogue or be like, I got this, bro. Like we're like, hey man, let's just kick the crap out of this.
No, yeah, get the punches in and take a sword out or whatever.
Man, I would learn the Fist of the Condor. That's what we would use.
We do the Fist of the Condor in a Jaeger. The kaiju. Fucking come down its head.
Oh, that would be amazing. Oh my gosh.
No, I do like Pacific Rim a lot. I think Del Toro gets scale also. So that's why the first one especially is very scale focused. And so I appreciate it a lot for that reason. King of the Monsters still has the scale in mind. It's not exactly like it, but like the first Transformers from Michael Bay is very scale focused. And then the ones following that are they become lesser and lesser focused on like the fact that these are enormous robots.
Yeah. Yeah, you never feel that afterwards.
The first one, like when they're in Sam Witwicky's backyard, it's like, denting the grass and everyone's like pissed off. It's like, God damn, we got to clean all this shit up. Second one's just like, Egypt, whatever. Like, we don't care anymore. And they're like, yeah, they're big, I guess. With that said, the best single thing within that entire 5, 6, 7 movie franchise is that IMAX shot forest fight sequence in the second and worst of the movies. But that forest fight sequence is fucking spectacular and emphasizes the scale because it's shot with IMAX cameras and it's like it's actual scale of what it would be. So that's impressive. But the scale factor I think is that's pretty consistent in Godzilla movies. A little less so in King of the Monsters just because they're moving. And this new one, I mean, there's a lot of running.
Oh, I love it so much.
I love it, but it's like, okay, so we're full on cartoon now.
Yeah,
whatever. But
just teaming up. I guess one time I had to count all the explosions in every Michael Bay film, and by the time I got to the 5th Transformers movies, I have done so many data articles. Really, I have done an incredible. I had to count every Vegeta stat. Like I've had to do some insane pulls for companies, and I was in a really. I've been in a frame when I was counting the explosions in the last night after counting Transformers 1 through 4. I was in a different headspace than I've ever been in and pulling data ever. Like I don't think I can ever explain when I got to Transformers 5 and counting the explosions, what was going on through my mind. But it's such an insane, weird movie anyway. and then
Mhm.
you're freeze framing it to count 18 explosions on the screen. That was interesting. I feel like I lost my mind a little bit on that one. I think I got it back, but yeah, that was a lot. Hey, hey, can we like Godzilla vs Kong? We'll get this Kong Skull Island, but
Mhm.
so okay. So we're saying all we like all of these. So if something,
All these are 4 stars
yeah,
at least for me. Yes.
exactly. So if something's last, that doesn't mean it sucks.
No.
It's like it's the least awesome of awesome things. For me, like Godzilla vs Kong felt like such a blast of fresh air. You had, I mean, I love the fight on the aircraft carrier. It was just so silly. I love that just Rebecca Hall is running around and Alexander Skarsgård and Isaac Gonzalez and like I don't know. I had such a fun time with it, and then it got into the crap. I forgot the name. Not the underground.
The Hollow Earth.
Yeah, the Hollow Earth. Like then he got into it, and then there's Mecha Godzilla. Damian Bashir just gets smashed. I really liked what Kaylee Hoddle in the movie. I thought she was like perfect. It's so silly and absurd. And there's an axe, and Godzilla breathes atomic energy onto an axe and powers it up. Like it's one of those movies where I had the big like doesn't they use a spaceship as a defibrillator? Like there's just so many moments in that movie that made me so happy, man. Like I I like all these other ones, but there's just this like go for broke. Like, Godzilla 14 is relatively grounded. Kong Skull Island is, like you said, like, kind of like a video game, kind of like a war movie, still kind of grounded. Godzilla King of the Monsters is gigantic and like a massive, very serious explosion fest. But then Godzilla vs. Kong, it's just like they take a train from Pensacola to where? Where's the
Hong Kong.
final? Yeah, Hong Kong. Yeah, Hong Kong. Like that's an underground train from Pensacola to Hong Kong. Like that's more miraculous to me than any Titan that they built that secretly, and it works. And they just use it to transport alien, Titan pods. So it's, I don't know. I feel like it was just made for me. I don't
I
know.
mean, I'll say it, like, I don't deny the go for brokenness of it. I do think the films as a whole, I think they're tonally not that different from each other. The first one's the one that's like more serious, but it's not like it's also not fun to see
Mhm.
like a cut from a casino gets ripped open from the ceiling to a hotel room in Caesar's
Yeah.
Palace that reveals that the fucking side of the hotel's been ripped off and that there's a monster walking away in the distance. Like Gareth Edwards knows how to have fun. Godzilla v Kong, yes, it's very much more in the it's very comic booky in that sense. Um, and the reason why, and it's like it'll probably be the one I watch the most.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Just because it's the easiest to put on because it's very stripped down, and that's where my not even a gripe is just more of like it seems very apparent to me that because Godzilla King of the Monsters didn't do too well, that whatever like plans they had involving like let's keep investing in the lore aspect of this is very much stripped away in Godzilla v Kong.
Oh.
It's they barely mention anything Monarch related, outside of like doing stuff through because it's Damien Bashir's company that's doing everything. Monarch's just kind of on the peripheral in this one, but they go to the Hollow Earth, which is cool. But like whatever lore based things were going on, there's just less of that. And again, it's a Godzilla like the bar is very low, so it's like I'm still getting this. Like, it's a movie called Godzilla versus Kong without credits. It's an hour and 40 minutes. It maximizes the amount of stuff that I can see involving Godzilla versus Kong. Not against that. It's just more like they shave they it feels like they very clearly shaved this thing down to the bone, to get a decent runtime to make up for the fact that the second one is or the third one is longer. It's not. I don't think it's. I mean, we're coming off a year that had multiple nearly 3 hour movies, so it's not like being 2 hours and 10 minutes with credits is like straining credulity as far as how much you can
Mhm.
tolerate. Um, but but it does feel like a movie to me that's been that, and there's like Lance Reddick is like fifth build in this movie, and he's in it for 2 minutes. Like it seems like it's a movie that's clearly not compromised, but clearly there are concessions being made to like appease a certain requirement that they, I think, found during because this was being made while King of the Monsters was in theaters, so I think they're responding in real time to what they wanted. that's me like highlighting like the things I dislike. The things I love about this movie are all those things you highlighted. I mean, it has a lot of fun doing all this stuff, and it's very colorful doing it. That Hong Kong like third act is
Ah,
spectacular because of how much neon's in place there. It's so cool to see. For everyone that's complaining about how dark the other two films are, which I mean, if you watch them at home on like your not a 4K. It's like I guess perhaps, but like I mean, they're cool fights. This one is like we'll double it, go overtime to make sure that there's no complaining whatsoever by anybody. Because yeah, you get some really cool stuff between Kong and Godzilla fighting it out in Hong Kong, which is great, or that aircraft carrier fight, which is broad daylight, which is awesome. Like that stuff's great. The the things with Rebecca Hall and Alexander Skarsgård and Demi Bashir and Isaac Gonzalez, like that's fun. I like that there's this kind of like journey to the center of the earth, Jules Verne vibe going on in the
yeah.
middle of this movie.
And
The
there's some jaw-dropping bits, right? When he gets down there, it felt big to me. It
Yeah,
felt like when that big screens, like you're just like, wow, okay, this is what I need from those movies. And I guess since it delivered that moment, that was kind of what I needed. And then it worked.
yeah. The
But
second they get down there, it's like, and there's this flying monster. So Kong like
yeah.
he rips it apart and then grabs its head and drinks its blood. It's like, okay, great. this,
And then
this
he's
is
like,
the movie.
ew. And
The most proud I was watching this movie was when their like spaceship thing that comes out, like they go through the big hole through the earth to China, which is a fun joke in itself. It's like, yeah, there's a hole in the middle of the earth that goes to China. Like, but it comes out of the hole, and like Godzilla and Kong are fighting, and so Rebecca Hall and Skarsgård and the little girl, they're like flying, and it like goes like around Kong and Godzilla, like and it's like you're on a ride. And I was like, this feels like watching the Back to the Future 3D ride from Universal Studios. And sure enough, Adam Wingard's like, I wanted to make something that felt like you're on the Back to the Future 3D ride in Universal. I was like, fuck yeah, I
oh,
entirely called this. Like, there's a whole bit where like the DeLorean's flying and it like goes through like a T-Rex and lava and stuff, and like this feels exactly like that moment, and that's what he was going for. So it's like this movie's super nerdy and stuff too. Like it has all these fun references. It references King Kong versus Godzilla when he like stuffs the tree
the
in his mouth
tree,
like the
yeah.
game, and he does that in this movie. It's the whole idea for his Kong was like he's supposed to be like John McClane, where he's just like a guy that's tired. Like he has the whole like jump off the aircraft carrier part that's like John McClane jumping off the building. Like it's just like stuff like that throughout. It like all of these movies are really nerdy that way. They all have like guys
Yeah.
that grew up watching like 70s, 80s action movies as well as Godzilla movies and anime and cartoons and read comics, and they're like, and now we're putting that in our ridiculous Godzilla franchise. Like, sure, I'm all about that. It's great.
You know, I also like the guest cinematic universe grow. Like I never thought about Lance Reddick's tiny role in Godzilla vs Kong because I was just too happy that it was a guest reunion, and now we got Dan Stevens in the latest one. Like we need Micah
And
Monroe
Stevens
to
there,
pop up.
the
We need some Ethan
the
Embry.
the company that Lance Reddick and Dan Stevens are like from the guest, like that's in Godzilla versus Kong. Like that's in there.
Oh, I love it. And you just, I don't know. Winger just had fun with it, right? And this is an interesting thing where they
I think
plucked
they
a
all
bunch
had.
of.
I know you're not saying they didn't, but I know they all had fun with it.
Oh
That seems
no,
very clear to me. I
but
think that's the
you made an awesome point though. Is they plucked relatively obscure filmmakers to make the tiniest budget's 155 million for Godzilla vs Kong, and they
they grab
stripped it.
genre guys.
Yeah,
They
like
grab genre guys.
who loved. You could tell they loved the movies though. Like you could
Mhm.
tell that these guys appreciated the creature and they appreciated the like. I know Godzilla vs Kong doesn't have the lore, but it's $15 million cheaper than Godzilla King of the Monsters, and it made 80 million more, and now we get another one. So I think you could tell that these guys weren't just brought in for to be managed. Like I feel like they left their imprint on each movie,
And they
and that
brought Wingard back for this next movie. So
yeah,
like
and
clearly he played ball. So
isn't it kind of cool though? Like you bring in Gareth Edwards and just
Mhm.
from Monsters, and he hadn't had much experience, but he really did a good job. And I think Doherty, when I listened to the commentary on that movie, he loves these
he's
monsters.
the clearest like
Yeah,
giant nerd for Godzilla. That's very evident to me from based on how he's talked about it.
and it's just cool, right? I don't know. I just enjoy. I don't know. They gambled. They brought in these guys, but they let them. Obviously, when you have a shared universe, there's no full creative control. Otherwise, you kind of get the new Star Wars trilogy, which I like, but and it's fun to watch and it makes for great talking points. but you kind of let them go, but also they're man. I don't know. It's an experiment that I think has paid off and created some really cool moments throughout. And
Absolutely.
the one thing, well, we haven't talked about Monarch, but Kong Skull Island, real quick, like also in Godzilla versus Kong, I love when Godzilla is just scratching Kong's chest, separates, like, dislocates his shoulder, and then just yells in Kong's face, like, it's over. Like, we're done. Are we like it's like Punch
But
Drunk Love when Adam Sandler yells at
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
The arc of Godzilla I love in Godzilla versus Kong because like for one thing, that whole movie is Batman v Superman, but just less convoluted and better. That's my, my other thought. Like the structure of that is exactly what I thought it'd be. It's like, yeah, they'll be fighting, but then they'll have to team up because there'll be like some other thing, and that other thing turned out to be Mecha Godzilla, which is awesome. Um, but the thing with the Hong Kong stuff with Godzilla, I love because it's like if people want to say it's like Godzilla was losing that battle against Mecha. It's like, guys, think about this. First up, like Godzilla's here. And Kong comes in. He's like, okay, I got to deal with this Kong guy. I already beat him once in the ocean. I got to beat him again. And now he has an axe. It's like, okay, what? There's an axe now. All right. And so he's like, he's toying with Kong in that battle, and he loses that round because like, yeah, okay, I didn't expect the guy to have like a heat ray axe to counter me. Whatever. So then second round starts, and he's like, okay, you want to? Okay, tough guy. He got this thing that. All right, let's do it. And then he like beats down Kong, steps on his chest. It's like, remember, title's on me, king of the monsters, Godzilla. So he's like, and he's done. He's done. He's packing his bags. He's going back to his house to watch The Fifth Element. And then then like giant robot monster comes out of nowhere. My guy's over here is like, guy, I'm tired. I just had to like deal with this thing over here who's having cardiac arrest. Apparently needs a spaceship to help him out. And now you want to like starting shit over here. I gotta like save Hong Kong, whatever's left of it. So yeah, he takes a bit of a beating, and he's like, okay, like we both see what's going down, right, Kong? And yeah, they get together and they fight. And there's that other great moment in this series too, where they both grab his arms and they ram him through a building. That's the fucking coolest thing you
Yeah.
can see. It's so cool.
Oh man. And then the laser
Then, like,
breath
begrudgingly,
heats up the sword, the axe, and you're
yeah,
just
it's great. It's a whole great final 5 minutes of that movie where it's like, let's just see all the awesome stuff happen at once. So then by the end of that, it's like, okay, cool, we're on good terms. Like, still, remember me, title, king of the monsters, but you can do your thing. Go back to Skull Island or whatever the hell. I'll be up here up in my world. You be down there in your world.
and he yells at him before he leaves too.
He gives him a shout.
Yeah.
It's more of a better luck next time.
Oh, that made me so happy. Oh,
so yeah, good times. So Kong Skull Island. Let's talk about this movie.
the cast. You got
Cast is
Shay,
spectacular.
like you got Shay, Toby Kebbell. I mean, they brought him in to do like he's already done what Kingdom, War of the Planet of the Apes, and those
War of the
movies.
Planet,
Like
yeah.
he's an excellent mocap actor. And then you get like John Goodman, John C. Riley stealing everything he's in, Corey Hawkins, John Ortiz. They should have just shot John Ortiz, by the way. Like he had him in the like, why not? Like the guy got his arm ripped off and like torn to shreds. You might as well have just shot. But like Thomas Mann, like I
They
liked
really
him
let
from,
him go. They really let him go.
yeah.
It's like, no, like, the birds got him. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, just
Did anybody like him? I mean,
yeah.
he was fine.
See you later. But like Eugene Cordero, he's in just a bunch of things I love. Like I always love seeing him pop up. And then like Brie Larson and Tom Hiddleston are there to be pretty faces, pretty much. Like she just takes photos and to be like a better, I guess, Fay Ray. But they don't really have that relationship with Kong. And then Hiddleston's just there to be muscly and smooth. And Sam Jackson's there to get killed again by another monster, like Deep Blue Sea, Jurassic Park, and Kong Skull Island. He's always
But
getting killed.
he's in the whole day. He's the
Yeah.
villain. He's the villain of the movie, honestly. Like he's in and he gets to do this like Colonel Kurtz thing.
Yeah.
Like, you killed my man. You killed my man. That means I'm against you forever, Kong.
Even though we blew up
Thomas,
your island,
You're gonna say something about Thomas Mann?
Oh, well, he was Kings of Summer. So
Yeah,
like,
he's Kings of Summer.
Yeah, it's like seeing him. I like him in that movie. Like he gets a lot of screen time. I mean, Shea Wiggum's death is probably top 5 in the entire franchise for me. He's like, I'm gonna sacrifice.
Funny.
Like it's anti Godzilla -1. Godzilla -1 proved its point with no sacrificing. He's like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself, and the skull crawler just whaps him a quarter mile into the mountain. It's incredible. And I don't know. For me, it's a movie of moments. And I like the lore. It's like, hey, we're here. We got to get here. And problems will happen while we try to get here. And then you split up the story. There's some cool monsters, like that little stick monster. I like the long legs monster. He eats an octopus in a lake. I mean, there's just
No, yeah, the imagination for Skull Island is something I was super excited for just the announcement of this before it was even in the Godzilla universe, or at least that we knew of. It was just like Legendary's doing a Skull Island movie. Like specifically, it was called Skull Island and not Kong Skull Island. It was called Skull Island. So I was like, cool. I'm a huge as much as I like Godzilla, I'm a huge King Kong fan as well. I love the original King Kong. 70s one's fine, but I really love Peter Jackson's King Kong as well. I think that's his best movie.
Oh man,
Another more
those
hot takes being
bugs,
thrown out there.
those bugs.
So like the idea of doing a movie that's just focused on Skull Island, I'm like, cool, give me all of that, whatever it's going to be. I remember it was J.K. Simmons was going to be in the star of it, not John Goodman. That's how far back that movie went.
He was Kings of Summer, right?
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, was he in
Offerman's in Kings of Summer.
Oh, that's right.
Of
I'm just throwing everybody in that movie now. Like John, like you know what I like too is this. It's a dangerous place. Like they're hanging out,
yeah,
they're hanging out, and that mother Longleg spears that dude in a PG-13 movie. John Ortiz is all happy, and a bird takes him. He straight up assistants him from a Jurassic World. Like she gets taken out. Toby Kebbell, who I'm a big Toby Kebb fan. I think once he gets going into his character actor phase, like Aaron Taylor Johnson, he's going to be great. Like I liked him in Bloodshot. I liked him in Black Mirror. I think once he's a character actor, he'll be crushing it. He's in M. Night Show. Like he gets wiped out. Like I like that Shea Wiggum's death is just so stupid. I don't know. Eugene Cordero lives. Like I always think he's great. But yeah, it's just an odd one because call me insane here, Aaron. But there's so many moments where like they absolutely do nothing. They're only there because they look cool. And maybe I should just shut up and be like, yeah, that looks cool. I'm gonna enjoy it. But like it makes it the least. I love it. I like it. I've watched it a bunch of times, but I don't know. It kind of takes me out of it a little bit. Whereas Kong versus Godzilla, I don't know. I just can it's like an ultimate cable movie for me. It's like just watch it on over and over and over again. But this one, I love the idea. I love the monsters. The shots are cool. John C. Reilly's funny, but I don't know. There's just a lot of glory shots in it. I don't know why that bothers me, and it shouldn't. But it does.
I like that it's the most like clearly style over substance movie of the bunch. I think it has a lot of like Jordan Bott Roberts, like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get this budget to make this kind of movie again. I'm gonna throw everything at the wall.
On location.
On location, yeah. And it honestly, it just looks cool. Like it's a very cool movie. Like mixed with like all these like actors that are a mix of, people like Sam Jackson and John C. Reilly, and then like comedians that I enjoy from various podcasts, like Eugene Cordero and what's his face from it's not Brooklyn Nine-Nine also, Mark Evan Jackson. Like it's like it's such a, like I said, these are all movies made by nerds, and it's like I love that this is like capturing a certain kind of nerd energy where it's like, let's make like a 70s apocalypse now, but it's King Kong and there's fucking monsters and there's comedians on the island. It's like, all right, like yeah, like nothing to this, like
yeah,
and I'm always giant monsters. Like
that final fight is legit, man.
That final fight's rules with the
man.
chain and the propeller from the boat.
Oh.
He's using to go after the giant skull walker thing or whatever. Like, oh my god.
How would you rank the final fights of these four?
The final 14's top just because that finishing move is the best. Yeah, it'd probably be 14 Godzilla versus Kong versus Mechagodzilla, then the Kong Skull Island stuff, then King of the Monsters, just because I don't think the final fight's the best fight in that movie. I think the Arctic fight between Ghidorah and Kong is Aaron Godzilla are the best in that movie. No, that's not true. Well, it's not even a fight.
The water fight, right?
It's sorry.
Isn't there a water fight when they blow them up
in King of the Monsters?
Yeah.
Well, that was what I was gonna say. It's not really a fight. It's more of the Rodan sequence is my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's
because
sick.
It's so good, but it's just Rodan versus planes, so it's not really. and then Ghidorah comes there and they fight, and it's like it's cool. Like I'm seeing Ghidorah and Rodan fight and the thing, but it's more about the Rodan. Like I'm out of a volcano. I'm an asshole because that's who I am, Rodan. Because Rodan's a giant asshole. Always in every movie. I'll watch those Showa era movies. He's always an asshole. He comes out. He's like, yeah, his wings are so fucking huge. They're just like destroying Mexico. And then jets are after him. It's like, okay, whatever. Barrel roll, bites a guy. Like there's no purpose for him beyond just being like, I'm gonna be the biggest asshole in the area. That's his whole deal. That's that's why I begrudgingly respect Rodan. It's like you're getting what you get. You see what you get with this guy. Like Mothra's like, yeah, force for peace. Godzilla's like, I protect the world and whatever. Ghidorah's like, I just want to get Godzilla and rule the world, because I like ruling the world more than Godzilla. And Rodan's just like, I'm just here to be an asshole. It's like my
Chaos.
motivation is, are you there? Now you're not because I'm an asshole.
He's like the Joker.
He's the Joker of the MonsterVerse. He's just the dog chasing cars. Rodan.
It's
You want
Tommy
to
Lee
know he's got
Jones
those
from
scars?
Batman
He's the
Forever.
monologue.
Yeah. Oh, I love these, man. This is great. And then last but not least, Monarch, which Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell can't go wrong. And not like time travel, but timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah, non-linear, dual narrative
Yeah.
storytelling.
And I know a lot of people have complained about like the millennial angst in it, but I don't know. It's got Kurt Russ. It's got Wyatt Russ. Like I like them. And it's got Anders Holm playing John Goodman. That's fine. I like that guy Tim from Monarch. Duval's cool. It's I don't know. I'm like Godzilla. Like I love. I don't know. I like that friend. I don't know. It's a good time. What do you think about Monarch?
When they introduced the fact that there's going to be a show based around the Monarch stuff that I thought was missing from Godzilla versus Kong, I was like, oh, so they put it here. And and I was like, all right, down with it. Let's see what this is. I got the screeners, and I was like,
Yeah.
again, as a Godzilla fan, it's got Godzilla in it. Like the bar was it was already met pretty early on. Being a 10 episode series, like, yeah, you're gonna have to deal with like plots and things that are pretty standard for TV. This one is like secret family, and it's like, all right, we'll go with this. Let's see where it's going. And like, I had fun enough with that, but obviously, yes, the Russell stuff is the highlight on both parts, because I think both Wyatt and I obviously we all like Kurt Russell, except for Jay, who hates Big Trouble in Little China. But
Oh gosh.
most of us like Kurt Russell. Like
Don't get me
normal people.
started.
And then like Wyatt Russell's certainly grown into his own, and
Mhm.
I really appreciate both of them, and I think they both have plenty of fun stuff to do throughout both of these timelines within the TV series. And I just frankly enjoy exploring the Monarch stuff. Like
Mhm.
what I was describing as like, what if X-Files but giant monsters? And yeah, that's what this show is delivering for me. It's just like, yeah, we're nailing a narrative down that details the inner workings and conspiracies revolving around the giant monster organization, and then show you also giant monsters. So
I
yeah,
dug it. And what Mari Yamamoto, she's cool too. I liked her a lot in this. Is what Kiko? Like I thought she was really solid alongside Holm and Russell. And there's some cool new Titans. The Ice Titan that was
yeah, the
brought up.
ice
Like
one's cool. Yeah,
yeah. And then like there's the flying dragon that they got to deal with. The Ion Dragon. I don't know. I don't know. Then they sent the screen. Well, Apple, they always send out their screeners early, but they have some confidence in it. And I watched as people kind of complained with the first couple episodes, which is odd. I don't like the show because of the first 2 episodes out of 10. But then I think as it went on, people started going like, oh, wait, this is actually really good. Oh, wait, this is fun. Like, oh, wait, this is getting really good. And I think it does travel some cool play, literally. I like when they dump them down in the space in between the two areas and just, I don't know. It's cool. It's a good show, and I hope they get a season 2, but they haven't announced it yet.
not
By the
officially,
way,
because I imagine because it's expensive, so they want to like really make sure they can do it appropriately.
yeah, yeah, it's true. I
I
think that's
think
why Silo's
after
getting a second season because that show didn't. It costs money, but it's not nearly as expensive to make. I would think as Monarch: Legacy of Monsters.
are there giant monsters in it?
No,
Yeah, it's not
like
expensive.
I
Not as
feel like
expensive.
Westworld priced itself out. It could have gotten another season had it just been like, hey, we don't need to spend 20 million an episode. But okay.
I don't know what stopped them from making a final season of a series that's very dedicated on the storyline that it clearly had in mind.
Yeah, it's true.
That's off
It
to me.
got too expensive. I think.
I'm sure it's expensive, but I don't think it hasn't been worth it. And
Yeah, that's true.
like, it's not like they have to like get rid of it afterwards either. I mean, they get to keep what it's like they destroy Westworld after they air an episode of Westworld. Like it gets to keep existing. So
True.
I feel like there's if we didn't have certain people in charge of Warner Brothers, I feel like there's ways you get around making money. like I don't it's a whole other conversation, but it's like yeah, you can run things like a business and succeed in whatever way that makes you feel comfortable. But in terms of like business in relation to art, these companies, Warner Brothers, Disney, they wouldn't still be around if they weren't good at both the art thing and the money making thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
to, no one likes to hear we have to take a loss on this, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, shit happens. You got to take risks, and like there will be other ways to make money. I guarantee you, like you're still going to be a millionaire tomorrow if Westworld season 5 doesn't get the ratings high that you're hoping for.
yeah.
And
No,
it's not like the public benefits from being like, oh, so we don't get a conclusion to our series. We don't get to know what happens. All right, that's great. Thanks.
I was convinced they were going to do a movie just to kind of give us something.
That'd be too complicated. No one's gonna walk into no one's gonna walk into a Westworld movie and be like, I know what I'm doing. Like, I mean, it's like,
Yeah, yeah,
like I
that's
watch
true.
Westworld and every season I'm like, what is this again?
Yeah. Why is the Skarsgård here? But hey, before we get out here, real quick,
Uh-huh.
give me your 3 favorite moments from this entire franchise.
Obviously, Godzilla blows a heat ray down the
Yeah.
Ludo's neck is one of them. Like that should be a default. So let's go about 3 other ones
Okay, yeah,
besides
3
that.
other ones.
Um, the like the reveal of Ghidorah in King of the Monsters is wonderful. When
Yeah.
the whole like build up to it, as far as it's breaking out of the ice, the tails start popping up from under the ice. Then it's like one head, then another head, and then O'Shea Jackson's like, there better not be 3, and the third one pops out. And he's like, oh, there is 3. He doesn't say that, but that should have been the line. What if that's why I should write scripts?
Yeah.
There better not be another one. There better not. Oh, come on.
Oh, dang.
Um, so okay, that's one. Um, let's see. Let me think of something from Kong Skull Island that stands out like super high for me because I really like that movie a lot.
I mean, when he starts swinging that thing on the creature, like, and then when that monster bites Kong's hand and then Kong pulls his innards out. Like that's
yeah,
incredible.
it's a good kill for sure. That it's a really good kill.
And I love when that guy gets speared by the mother long legs. You're like, what just happened?
And like I
It's
love the opening's cool.
Oh, I'm going Shay. I'm taking Shay. My 3 favorites when Shay gets obliterated into a
I was
mountain.
leading up to that. I'm gonna say Shay too, because
Yeah.
I think that's such a fun inversion of that trope, and it's very funny but like dark at the same time. It's a good bit.
Yeah.
The opening is really fun though, where like the plane, like young John C. Riley's introduced,
Oh,
like
it's so
falling
good.
out of the
Yeah.
sky, and he lands. And the movie for a second is like Hell on the Pacific, this old Lee Marvin Toshiro Mifune movie, where he's like it's a Japanese soldier and an American soldier stranded on an island, and it's like, and they're like, I guess we hate each other, and yeah, we were going against each other. Except this movie's like, and now there's a giant monkey in the middle of each other. It's like, all right, that's what an obscure reference to pull. But yeah, no, the Shea Wiggum thing from Kong Skull, and then with Godzilla versus Kong, I mean that it's hard not to choose like the Mecha Godzilla through a building thing. Is like that's fucking cool. But that aircraft carrier fight, I mean that's great. That's great stuff.
Oh, it's a John
When
McClane jump.
when Godzilla climbs on the carrier and they're both standing on this thing, they're like, "How does this work? I don't care. Boats float. Don't worry about it." And they're like, "All right."
It carries aircraft.
And they're that big? I mean, well, aircraft carriers are pretty big. And then like King Kong like gives a big punch, and Godzilla like turns a bit. He's like, "Okay, I see this coming because I'm not stupid." And then he slaps King Kong back. It's like, you don't punch me. And then they have a
Oh,
brawl. That's good stuff. So.
I'm gonna go with Shea Wiggum blowing up, the nap in Godzilla, and then the axe power up in Godzilla vs Kong, where Godzilla just breathes on the axe, and you're just. I think I picked up my wife and ran around, just ran around the place with it because I'm like, I was like, it doesn't get any better than this. This is the greatest thing ever.
Well, I mean, that's the MonsterVerse in general. Like, there's so many things to take seriously as far as what kinds of movies you watch and like how to appreciate them and what have you. And this is like, we got a bunch of nerds slapping together visual effects that show you giant Godzillas and Kongs and Ghidorahs and Rodans and Mothras. Like, stop thinking too much. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a person that says turn your brain off because I think that's a stupid phrase, but I'm like, the requirement for what you're supposed to enjoy here, it doesn't seem like it's a mystery. It seems like it's pretty straightforward. There's giant monsters and they need to be battled and somehow. And these
Oh,
movies constantly deliver that in exciting and fun ways. And they have like it's also like the cast they're choosing. It's like they didn't give these person enough to do. It's like, who cares? Like they're here. They wanted to have fun. They
Yeah.
did. They said some lines. Some of them are probably funny. Whatever. What do I need to hear? His second grade teacher, how he fucked him up, and now he's a scientist for Monarch. Who cares? I just want to see him having fun. Like that's it. That's all I got. Like, it's fun to see it. Ken Watanabe's here just to lend gravitas, say let them fight. Cool, done. Like that's all you got.
You sold me. I kind of want to watch Kong Skull Island, or thinking about what you said about a dude got $170 million to make a video game.
Yeah. I mean, he's been signed on for Metal Gear Solid for the longest time. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I'll see what that goes.
Yeah, that's been in production for many years. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
I don't think Oscar Isaac was supposed to be solid for a while. I don't think that's happening anymore. So we'll see where that goes.
Jeez Louise. Well, hey, where can people find you, man? And where can they read your stuff, listen to your shows, all that? Where can people find you?
Well, I host a podcast called Out Now with Aaron and Abe. My friend Abe and I discuss weekly releases, and we have a lot of fun bonus episodes as well, including a commentary every month. Mark has been on many of our commentaries, and we just have like all our Oscar shows. We're gonna have our summer stuff coming.
The horror episode is brilliant.
The horror episode. We had our horror awards pretty recently, which was super fun. So yeah, we have all that. That's everywhere you can find podcasts. I write for leagueofertainment.com for movie reviews. I write for Why So Blue for Blue and Criterion reviews. Everything I do can be found on my Substack page, thecodeiszeek.substack.com, and I'm on all the socials at Aaron's PS4.
Crushing it. Well, dude, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for
inviting me. This is quick. You know, like I didn't give you much notice for this, but I was like, I need to talk about these movies because
this is not hard. This is not hard to do. It's not hard to prep for this.
I've decided on the podcast, when I get these huge research assignments, I'm just going to do an episode about whatever I research and message someone who loves the stuff. And then I can just get easy content out of it. Cause I don't like doing episodes that don't have much research. So I know I had to do a ton of staring at creatures. So I was like, I got to talk about this, but hey, thank you for joining me, man.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
All right. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Aaron Neuwirth, this is Movies for the Flicks. We'll see you next week.